Hello, my name is Joe, and I just wanted to put together this quick little video about the importance of time management and really go through the reason why time management is so important and how truly it will help you become more effective with your time. Now, this applies to anybody, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, whether you're an employee or whether you're the employer. It doesn't matter. If you're an entrepreneur, self-employed, time management affects every single one of us. And so I wanted to give you some of the things that I have learned, and this is coming from somebody who did not manage his time very effectively and spent hours and hours on things that really weren't necessary. And so I just wanted to share some of the things that I've learned, and hopefully this will be beneficial for you. So first off, you have to understand, well, what is time management? I think way too often people overcomplicate this. I think they try to come up with some grandiose definition of what time management is. Well, it's just actually very simple. Time management, all it is, it's the way you choose to spend your time. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's how do you spend your time. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, how are you spending your time? Are you able to get the dishes done? Are you able to get your kids off to school? Those types of things. If you're an employer, how well are you managing your meetings? Are you using your time most effectively? Are you growing your business? If you're an employee, what are you doing with the reports and things like that? So it affects all of us, and really all it is the way you choose to spend your time. Now, that leads to a discussion then about good time management and bad time management, because they're both. And you have to understand the difference to really be able to understand and improve your time management skills. So first, the good time management. And good time management is actually just a proactive process. And really, what it is you define what must be done in a given time period. Okay, you then prioritize those actions and put them into action items, and then you develop a plan of action that will actually allow it to be, well, to make it possible for you to accomplish each one of those things, tasks, if you will, in the time allotted. Okay, so once you have that plan laid out, you then take the initiative and you start at the beginning of the task, and then you just keep going until everything on your list is done. That's good time management. Now, on the other hand, bad time management leads to high levels of stress, right? It doesn't make your day very pleasant, and you're much more likely to feel constantly stressed out, and then as action items will just start appearing from nowhere because there's no really plan. You don't know what you need to get done. And then people are always constantly demanding things of you, and they want to know when the report's completed, or where their food is, how come dinner's not ready, and it really just leaves you feeling powerless to do anything, right? And you feel hopeless, and it continues until you just pretty much either shut down, and then you decide that those action items really weren't that important anyway, so you're not going to do them, and then you put yourself into the state where you just pretty much move through the day. You never quite get anything done. You never get a handle on what's going on, and you accomplish nothing. And the only time you really accomplish something is when you get a lot of pressure put on you from the outside, and that's no way to go through your day. So the key, though, is a lot of people say, well, I really don't need it. I do okay. But why do you need time management? And really, are you just drifting through life, right? That's the question. Okay, are you just kind of going day by day and then not getting things done? And this is in the job, in the workplace, or at home, and then somebody eventually will come and pick up the slack for you, either a coworker or maybe a spouse comes home and sees that nothing's done. They just step in and take up the slack, or you just kind of accept mediocrity and you just kind of go through life and not ever accomplish anything. Now, there's really only one good reason that you need to manage your time better, and that's you actually want to get things done and you want to make a better life for yourself, regardless of what the area is, whether it's less stress at home, whether it's improve your job, whatever it may be. That's the reason to have manage your time better. Now, is that selfish? Is it selfish to want to make a better life for yourself? Well, sure, I guess it is. It is selfish just a little bit, right? But let me tell you what I mean by that. And just think about all the benefits that can come out of this type of selfish behavior. For example, because you proactively manage your time, you're going to benefit from creating more spare time to spend and have extra time to do things that you really love. For example, if you have family or friends that you love to be around, you have more time to be with them, right? If it means that you acquire a reputation at work for being an efficient employee, right? As a result, you're going to have a better chance to get a raise or a promotion or an offer for a better job with more benefits. So is it selfish? Sure, but does it affect everybody involved? Your employer is going to be happier. Your friends and family are going to be happier because you have more time and so on and so forth, right? So The key is, how do I get started? Maybe you don't manage your time better, or well, and you want to learn how to get started. So here goes. Here's some 4 of the key things that I used and that I learned as I was studying how to be better at my time management that I think might help you. So first is you need to adjust your attitude. And you have to be willing to realize that maybe your outlook on things is just not necessarily the right way to look at things. And yes, there are multiple ways to look at things, but understand what I mean by this is just if you're saying, well, it doesn't really matter if this gets done, think about who you're affecting. It may not just be affecting yourself. Okay, you could be affecting somebody else, your employer, affecting coworkers, affecting your spouse, your children, whatever it may be. Okay, then the next thing is you need to start small. Way too often I see people jump for the big goal, and that's not bad to have big goals like that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you need to start with baby steps, if you will. Start small and do one little thing after one little thing, and then try the next thing, and then move on to the next thing. And then that leads you into rewarding yourself. As you meet each of these goals, you need to start rewarding yourself, and you really need to go through the process of saying, hey, I met this goal, and so I'm going to reward myself. For example, myself being self-employed, when I meet a goal in the deadline that I had set as that goal, or that task getting done, I'll go out and I'll take myself to go golfing, right? Now, it sounds weird, but I'll go out and reward myself by golfing. And I'll go out for a couple hours, take some time out of my day, and I'll go golf, which is something I love to do. And so I've rewarded myself, and so I look forward to that. And so it makes me want to reach these tasks and achieve these tasks because then I get that reward. And I'm very strict about that. I don't go give myself rewards unless I've met those goals. But then also you want to make sure that you expect setbacks. You're going to just have some things that you set a goal and a time frame, you just can't get it done. And things happen. Understand that that's going to happen, but don't get too down on yourself, but also don't accept that as the norm, right? So expect setbacks, but don't always say, oh well, it's just another setback. You need to be able to look at that situation and say, what could I have done better, and then improve the next time, right? Now, these are just some of the different techniques that I've used. But there are many other things you could do to really start the process and manage your time better. And so really, because this is on YouTube, I have a short amount of time with you. And so what I wanted to do is I set up a blog called The Importance. It's so www.importanceoftimemanagement.com. And this is just a blog for some more ideas on how to improve your time management skills. Again, this is not, don't take this as I'm a time management expert or professional. But I have studied time management. It's because I'm a self-employed person, have been for over 5.5 years now. It's very, very important for me to manage my time because there's really no one telling me do this, do that. And it's very easy for me to get caught up in things and not manage my time, and then my business doesn't grow, my family's affected. So time management is very important in my life and in my business, and it's very important for anybody, whether you're a mom, like I said, or you are an employee, whatever it is, it's going to affect your life. And so I put together some ideas and some skills and things, ways to improve your time management skills, and you can see those on my blog at www.importanceoftimemanagement.com. And I'd love to hear your feedback on that site. So go take a look, and I'll see you over at my blog. Thanks.